Week 1. As an introduction to the course, we were assigned a blog entry to where we had to address our goals to achieve by the end of the semester, how the course is relevant to us personally, the potentially helpful knowledge that we are bringing to the course, and how the class's learning objectives can be reached. The assignment took me aback because I had no idea what the course was even about, let alone my acquired knowledge that will apply to the course. I only knew that the course would be helpful for my major and that it was relevant to my study of communication. The learning objectives were the only aspect of the blog I felt comfortable with because I was able to apply a variety of assignments that could possibly help fulfill the objectives of the course. Week 14. I checked the course home and discovered that our final blog assignment was due by Tuesday, November 23rd, 2010, by midnight. I looked at the assignment description and realized that the last blog was a continuation of our very first blog. Perfect! Now that I had 13 weeks of experience, I was able to really discuss my goals, the relevance of the course, previous knowledge, learning objectives, and how they've changed. In the first week, I answered the questions the best I knew how and stated that my highest goal was to gain knowledge on a subject that I didn't know anything about. I never even heard of quantitative research for communication, and honestly, the only reason I enrolled in the course was to satisfy my major requirement. At that time, I wanted to understand the process of quantitative communication research, and as the weeks passed, I did just that. Textbook readings really helped me comprehend the various aspects of the basics of communication research. Thankfully, each chapter prepared me to become an analyst and gave me the ability to learn the specified terms such as validity or reliability in order to apply them to my own research. As projects and assignments were consistently assigned, I used these opportunities to read and get a greater grasp on the information being squeezed into my brain. What I found really helpful were peer responses, along with our own assigned readings and questions. By looking at others' work, I was able to read another view to what the textbook was trying to convey. Sometimes my peers would actually explain a term or give a detailed example better than the textbook did, which was great in times of confusion. Weeks passed by, and here in the 14th week, I can confidently say that I reached my initial goal. I think I have the basics covered, and now I can focus on the new goal of mastering quantitative research and applying it to future research I do in my academic and professional careers. I want to be able to point out the hypothesis in every article that I come across, or be able to address the statistical tests performed by the research's results. With what I've learned, I believe I will be able to apply my new skill of analyzing research information to any future project or circumstance that comes up. Fortunately, this skill is extremely relevant to my communication major and will help me with my thesis in other areas of life. From the time I was a junior in high school, my dream was to be a highly successful attorney. Initially, after too many episodes of Law and Order, I wanted to go into criminal law and become a defense attorney. As I was researching the law field in my freshman year of college, I wanted to focus more on corporate law. I was all set. I'm on a track to get a bachelor's in communication with a minor in philosophy, then off to law school to get a law degree. Sounded peachy. In no time, I would be on my way to corporate success. Yet recently, I've, read into the job description of an attorney, a corporate one at that, and I saw that I would be conducting a load of research. I had no idea that I would be looking up data, statistics, percentages, and other information to be able to perform my job well. My first blog discussed the relevance of the course to me based on my interest with the diversity of communication. Yes, this is still very true, but now that I've taken the brunt of the blow for this work and of the course, I see that all this information will transfer over into my research skills as an attorney. I love being a communication major and having, as previously stated, my job to fully understand the function of communication and the process that goes into effectively communicating. But the relevance of this course to that statement has grown into something much bigger. As I continue my academic career, I'm assured that many research projects and assignments will have to be completed in order to depict that I'm retaining the knowledge and skills of being able to find and understand literature to support my efforts. I am very pleased with my decision to take this course because I believe it proved to be extremely beneficial to my understanding of communication and my acquired skill of research analysis. Being in week 14, I am confident that I can demonstrate an understanding of social scientific research methods in the study of communication, compare methods of conducting communication research, including experimental design, survey research, and content analysis, and explain hypothesis testing, research design, data collection, and analysis. Professor Gao has definitely formulated the course's assignments to meet each and every learning objective. Blogs 2 through 4 fully developed my skill to identify experimental design, survey research, and content analysis. With each blog, I had to find the specific research design and analysis every facet of its information provided. The mini papers forced me to correctly compare communication research methods because that action was included in the assignment's directions. Finally, the weekly post kept me on my P's and Q's when it came to demonstrating an understanding of the research methods. Each week's question was to analyze a specific aspect of a research method and explain how it worked and why it's included in the research reports. Individual works let us apply the terms and understanding we gained to designated topics, which fulfilled yet another objective. I have incorporated and attached some of the assignments that I believe were vital to the objective requirements and support as evidence to all that myself and the others in this course have learned over the last 14 weeks.